Alright, so in this section, you're going to be reviewing your key features of your absolute value. Okay, so on your test, I will give you a screen that looks just like this. It'll have one more question, but I split that up to another video. But anyway, so you'll have a section that on your test is going to have the picture just like this, and you have to answer the questions. You'll have to upload it. So let's go ahead and review it. So the first thing is your vertex. Your vertex is your peak. Okay, it's where your two lines come to that V point. So my vertex is right here, and that point is going to be 2, 4. So my vertex is 2, 4. Is it a max or is it a min? If it's a mountain, it's a max. If it's a valley, it's a min. This is a mountain, so it's a max. Does it open up or open down? It opens down. Okay. All right, x and y intercepts. All right, so your x-intercepts are where it crosses the x-axis. And, of course, I gave you some. I didn't mean to do this. So we're just going to guesstimate these, okay? So my x-intercepts are right here and right here. I'm going to say that's about 0.6. So we'll say that's going to be 0.60. I give you better ones for your review and your test. I just give myself the harder ones. And then this other one's going to be let's say 3.3, okay? So 3.30, all right? Your y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. I got actually a good one on this one. So here's your y-intercept, which is right there. That's going to be 0, -2. Make sure you're answering all of these in coordinate form, okay? Now, on your worksheet that you did on this, the most mistake I saw was the average rate of change when it opened down. When your average rate of change, when your graph opens down, your average rate of change is automatically negative, okay? So then you've got to find your rise over your run. So you pick 2 points, pick 2 click points. I got a click point right here, and I got a click point right here. So count your rise over your run. I rose 1, 2, 3, and I ran 1. So that's going to be 3 over 1, which reduces down to -3, okay? I told you guys domain for an absolute value is always -infinity to +infinity. Your range, I also saw this, so when the most problem I saw was when the graph opened down. When your graph opens down, okay, you still have to remember is how low does your graph go? It is how low to how high, okay? It's always the low number to the high number. So this graph goes as low as -infinity because it's going off the graph, and it goes as high as right here, which is 4, and that gets a bracket. I also saw people not putting brackets on the numbers for the absolute value. If there's no open circle, there's a bracket for the number. Okay. All right. Last one we're going to do for the review video. So same thing, vertex. Here's your vertex point. It's right there. That is going to be 1, 2, -3, -3. So my vertex here is -3, -3. Is this a max or a min? It's making that V, which is a valley, which makes it a min. And it opens up, okay? X-intercept. I gave us some prettier ones. I have an x-intercept right here, and I have an x-intercept right there. This one's going to be -9, 0. And then this one's going to be 3, 0. Y-intercept. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. That looks like halfway, don't it? So it looks like that's going to be negative. It's going to be 0, -1.5. Okay. All right, average rate of change. This one opens up, so it's positive. So you're still doing your rise over your run. So you're going to pick 2 click points, okay? I got a click point here, and then I got a click point here. It is rise over run, okay? Always, no matter the numbers, rise over run. And this is rise over run, okay? So I rose 1, and I ran 1, 2. So this is actually a fraction, and that's fine, okay? Your domain is -infinity to +infinity. Range, how low to how high. This one goes as low as -3, and that's a number, so it gets a bracket for absolute value. And it goes as high as off the charts, which is positive infinity. All right, so that is it for reviewing key features of an absolute value for this section.